booties for black girl nerds.
Listen, Vivian and David, I absolutely love this film. Out of all of the films at Sundance, I really needed Rye Lane. It was such a bright and lighthearted film to come out of the crop of movies out of Sundance. So thank you for that.
Thank you. Thank you.
I want to start with you, Vivian. When you're prepping for a role that requires a great deal of chemistry with your scene partner, in this case, David, do you create that natural and plausible relationship with that the two of you guys convey on screen? Do you spend time together offset getting to know one another? What's that process like for you?
Yeah, so we obviously you get the script and you see the character and you do your own work, but chemistry is that intangible thing which you can't really calculate. Just casting directors that are incredible, like Carmel Cochrane, like no, they know the formula, but we don't. It's a it's a mystery to us. So we just find ourselves in a room with a stranger and be like, well, maybe this is gonna work. Maybe you could do all the work, but if it doesn't work, it don't work. But yeah, we were in the room together and it just clicked. I think like David's an incredible actor, clearly had done so much work on Dom. I'd done so much work on Yaz. The characters that we'd created complemented each other really well. So it was just, a stroke of genius for Brian Carmel and luck for us, totally. That it worked.
It was luck indeed, and a blessing, because that's hard to recreate. It's hard to capture really great chemistry between actors, especially if you don't know each other. So congrats to you guys on that. David, for you, I wrote a review of the film when I saw it at Sundance, and I don't know if you've ever gotten this compliment. This might be a strange compliment to get, but I'm giving it to you anyway. You're a great eye actor.
Oh wow, that's a first. That's really nice. Thank you.
I just wanted to share that with you because I think it's important in a scene when you don't have any dialogue that the actor emotes expressions, so that way we can kind of convey and understand what they're feeling in that moment. So is that something that's intentional for you as a performer, or do you just naturally respond that way when you're giving facial expressions?
Thank you first and foremost. That's really sweet of you. No, like I think as an actor, our job is to really find, not just say words. Anyone can do that. I think what we're trying to do is find like the full intention and meaning behind everything we're saying and why we're saying it, which is different to the next moment, to that moment, to that moment. So, 9 times out of 10, it kind of forget the words. It's totally about what's in front of you. So yeah, I think, I definitely do try and find what's underneath. And sometimes, not, most of the time, we can probably do this interview like without talking. Do you know what I mean? So, I like to find what that looks like, and hopefully it informs the work. But yeah, no, thank you. That's really sweet.
Absolutely. Well, they are giving me the hook, but I just wanted to add that my favorite scene in this movie was the karaoke scene and singing Shoop, which I'm glad to know that song is like universal and that over the pond that's a popular song, because that's one of the few songs that I also know all the words to, and that's my go-to karaoke song.
Nice. Thank you. That's for you. Yeah.
So thank you, Vivian. Thank you, David. I appreciate you taking the time to talk to Black Girl Nerds, and all the best to your film, and I can't wait for everybody to see it.
Thank you so much for talking. Thank
you. Hi, Raine. How are you?
Hello, I'm good. How are you doing?
Good. Well, congratulations on Rye Lane. It was my favorite film of Sundance, and I'm not just saying that because I'm interviewing
thank you.
I really mean it. I loved it. It was the light and levity that I needed out of the crop of films that came out of Sundance. So thank you for that.
Thank you.
Yes. And I was chatting with the two leads earlier, and I was talking to them about their chemistry and just how it pulsated through the screen and how organic and natural it felt. And I wanted to know, as a director, how important is it for you when, stepping into this genre as a rom-com, what kind of steps do you take to ensure that your actors have the right chemistry?
I think it's a combination of things. I do think that you need that initial chemistry, before I've even said a word. It's you can't force it. And I think it was interesting when we were casting for Dom and Yaz. I met them separately. Obviously, I met Vivian, then I met David, and I really loved them. And I was like, okay, I really think that this is Dom and Yaz. But we were nervous. We were like, oh no, what if we put them in the room together and it just doesn't work? And it really did. And it really did, So I think actually you can't, for me, my style, I would have to have initial chemistry, I don't think I'll ever be one of those directors that works with two different actors that are very good, but they don't like each other. I can't,
Yeah.
Also, that's just a toxic environment to be in. And
right.
not, but I also think that, the initial chemistry, and because it's essentially like working together in an office, right? If you make the comparison to working in an office, if you work with someone every day, you kind of need to have chemistry and get on and be aligned. And they did, and it was great.
Absolutely. I'm always surprised to hear of those stories of the actors that do work together on those films where they didn't get along. It's always shocking to hear that, but that's a testament to their performances. So they say comedy is one of the hardest genres. Would you say that would be the case for storytelling as well?
What do you mean? Sorry, do you mean?
So they say it's the hardest genre for a performer, comedy.
Right.
Would you say that would be the case
For a director?
Yeah, for a director telling the story through the lens of comedy?
I think, well, I don't know, because I only can do what I do and hope that people find it funny. I mean, I think this is hilarious, but maybe the world won't, I think your job as a director is to have complete and utter belief in your own vision. Otherwise, you turn up on set and nobody really knows what's going on. So,
right.
I hope that this is a success, and soon I'll learn if I can do comedy. I don't find it hard to direct. I didn't find it, my instincts in this film, I didn't question it, and I didn't ever feel like it was hard work to sort of to do, like obviously it was hard, but I really do believe in my taste and my instincts and what I find funny. So I hope that answers the question. It's sort of, I do think it's hard, but I also really believe in my approach.
Absolutely. There's some nods at, without giving it away, there's some nods to other rom-coms that are some favorites of ours that is in Rye Lane. What inspired you to sort of integrate that into this story? And what inspired you to even get into this genre when creating Rye Lane?
Well, firstly, I wasn't ever like, my dream first film would be a rom-com. Like, I'm not a rom-com nerd. I'm not obsessed with them. I actually find the genre a little bit cheesy. I think the 90s, early noughties rom-coms were great, but apart from that, I'm kind of like, I'm not that, But I think with the nods, for me, it was about going, people are going to make comparisons, right? There are quite a few British rom-coms that are really famous and really iconic. So whatever happens, people are going to make comparisons. So let's just make a little cheeky joke about it. That was the intention. And we did. And he actually got on board, which was amazing.
I love that surprise appearance. So kudos to you on that. They're giving me the rap, but I absolutely loved this. And I think you found your genre. I know you say that it's a little cheeky and a little campy, but I think you have found your genre with rom-com. So all the best to you with Rye Lane. I can't wait until this is available for everyone to see it. Again, it was my favorite film at Sundance. And thank you for taking the time to talk to Black Girl Nerds.
Thank you. It's only one film, by the way, so let's see what else I come up with, and then maybe you'll change your mind about the genre.
Oh no. Do not say that. Do not put that on yourself. We are speaking positivity and light into your
No,
career.
I'm saying that I would probably nail another genre. I haven't found
Oh, okay. All right. Let's do horror next. How about that?
I can't be the rom-com guy.
Indeed. Thank you, Raine. I appreciate your time.
Thanks.
Bye.
Better shake your booties for black girl nerves. Better shake your booties for black girl nerves.